Hi guys! Welcome to episode 10 of the Happy Knitting Podcast. My name is Julia and I've been recording this episode for a while now, but now I feel like I just want to do it all again and get through it quicker, and this is why I'm re-recording it. So, today is the 26th of October, which is a Monday, and for once we actually have beautiful weather. So as you can see, I'm all blown out by the sun, which is a good thing because it has been so dark and grey and disgusting, and I hate German weather. Just for the record, I hate it. Actually, if you watch the latest a Homespun House episode by Molly, she talks about how German winters, they just turn grey. Like, it is just miserable. So today is a sunny day, which I am super excited about, and I should probably go outside rather than record, but anyways. And I want to talk to you about my finished objects, my works in progress, some sewing, some spinning, one little acquisition. I have a very exciting prize for a knit along. I want to talk about podcasts that I've been enjoying because I haven't done that in a while. And then I'll talk about life in general. So I'll just try to get through this quickly. All my last episodes have been pretty short, so if you guys prefer the longer ones, do let me know. I just feel like at the moment the short ones are turning out the best, but I'm totally open for suggestions, so just let me know what you prefer, and if there's something you'd like to hear more about, I'm super happy to talk about it. So before I go into my FOs, or my one FO, this is last week's FO. This is the Relaxed Sweater by Ravelry Designs, and today I'm wearing it, as you can see, and it fits really well. So hang on, how do I do this? So the length is really good. It's oversized, which is nice. As you can see, it hangs away at the back, which is weird. But besides that, it's a really cuddly jumper. I've been wearing it like crazy. I have been wearing it every day, I think. And the alpaca makes it really warm, but it is not scratchy at all, which is surprising. I thought it might be a little scratchy, but it's not. Like, you have lots of space here, which just makes it really comfortable. So I think I can definitely recommend that pattern. So back now to the FO that I finished last night. I had these in the back of my mind, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna finish them until I record. And then last night, I think at 11 p.m. or something, I started knitting the toe. So now I have a finished object. So these socks are knit in Drops Fable in the colorway Lavender. I'm not sure about the colorway number at the moment, but on the Drops page it's actually called Lavender, so you'll be able to find that. And as you can see, they're kind of mismatched, which I really love. I love, like with these sort of patterning socks, I love the mismatching. And what else? I did a twisted rim and a reinforced heel with the slip stitches. And what I really like is that this one has this one has a white heel, completely white, and then this one has a white toe. So I just think that that's so cute. So these are 64 stitches, and I knit these on my 2.25mm knit purlings, which is my standard needle size. And I'm just so happy to try these on. Most of these got knit, or like last week, I think on the second one, I was up here. I was pretty close to starting the heel, so I knit all of this, and most of this got knit at my parents' house. I always take socks when I visit my parents because we talk a lot, and then I can just go on these socks. So I'm just super happy about these. Sorry about the sniffing. I was fine. Like last week I was sick and I was getting better, and then the second I turn on the camera I suddenly start coughing and sniffing, and I don't know, it's so weird. And also the light is changing, as you can see, so right now I'm really blown out. But okay. Works in progress. I'm working on my boyfriend's sweater, but not as much as I should be. Honestly, I've been lazy. So I'm knitting a sweater in Drops Lima, colorway 519, and this is a 65% wool, 35% alpaca yarn. So if I untangle this, I'm knitting a Drops pattern, which is a free pattern called Twilight, but I'm modifying it quite a bit, and I won't go into that. You can find all of that on my Ravelry page, because I feel like if you're interested in knitting the sweater, you'll look it up anyways, and it's not really that interesting. So this is where I am. I'm still not very far, but this is where I was last week, so I've knit maybe 10 or 12 centimeters on this. And I've been getting my boyfriend to try this on very, very often because I just wanted to be a perfect fit for him. And I've never done a men's sweater before, so I really, really hope this is going to turn out okay. The yarn is really nice. I went down a needle size. I'm knitting this on 3.5 rather than 4mm needles. And it's giving a very, very nice sort of like tight, cuddly, thick fabric, which I enjoy. It's actually knitting up relatively quick, but I just can't be bothered knitting on it. Like, if I actually just sit down every night and do a few rows, I think I'll finish this pretty quick, but I just can't be bothered because it's not the most interesting project to knit on. But yeah, that's that. Sorry. And then I cast on a new project. And I've been meaning to cast this on for a while. But before I go into that, I'll show you the yarns. So this is my Ravelry lace in the Pagoda colorway, and I had 2 of these 50 gram skeins in my stash. So I'm really, really proud of myself for actually using my stash yarn. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful red. It's turning out a little bit too light. It's more like a burgundy, like red wine sort of red. And then this, I forgot to show you last week in the acquisition sections. So I need the shawl that I'm knitting is a 2-color shawl, and I have the same yarn in the mint colorway, but mint and red is definitely not going to go together. So I ordered this one. What I really wanted was a gray yarn, like a light gray, dark gray, non-variegated, but I was ordering last week, and I really just wanted to order some Ravelry lace that kind of goes with it, because I didn't want to order from another seller and pay postage that would cost me almost as much as 1 skein of these. So what I got was the Alpine Pearl colorway, and I expected it to be grey, variegated, but it's actually purple. Oh, it's grey and black and purple. So I'm still not too sure how I feel about that, but I would just use it and see how it goes. And again, like, this is the same base, it's my Ravelry lace. These just don't look super pretty anymore because I washed these, because after I cast on the shawl, I realized that probably it's gonna bleed. And I got really, really scared, so I washed these and they didn't bleed at all, so it's all for nothing, but yeah. So the shawl that I'm knitting is Mina's shawl, which is the Vida shawl. I'm sure you all know Mina. She's the host of the Knitting Expat podcast, and she makes bags under the name Mina Makes. And she has recently published a collection with a sock, hat, and shawl pattern, and I've been wanting to knit her shawl for a while. And she gave it to me, which is really amazing, so I was super happy, and I had to cast this on. So this is what it looks like. So there's a lace section with a leaf motif, and then there's stockinette sections at the side. And I'm knitting it in lace weight, even though it is written for fingering weight, but it should work out. Mina actually suggested it because she knows that I love knitting in lace weight. So I'm planning to knit the large size right now, but I might change my mind if I get to the point in the pattern where it says for medium size, bind off, and such and such. If it's huge, I might change my mind, but at the moment I'm planning to knit the large shawl. And it's knitting so well. I love the pattern. It's really, really fun. I love knitting lace patterns. And this one, because you have the stockinette at the side, you can, just race through the side panels and then focus on the lace. And yeah, I'm just in love with it. It's a beautiful pattern, so thank you again, Mina, for giving it to me. And oh yeah, and I'm knitting this on 3.5 millimeter needles as well. And the ones I'm using for this and for every lace project that I ever knit is my Addi lace needles. So, I think, oh no, there's one more thing. So last night I finished my socks and then I had to immediately wind up a ball for my next pair of socks. So I just wanted to show that to you very quickly. So I showed this yarn to you in a skein a few weeks back. This is by Zauberwiese. So, and this is so crazy. I spent my night yesterday rolling this into a ball, and it's just so colorful. I kind of got scared because I don't know, it is crazy. But I think these will just become very, very happy, colorful socks. I'm still deciding whether I want to do like a Hermione's everyday sock or the blueberry waffles or just a plain. I'm not sure. It's very variegated, so obviously a lot of sock patterns wouldn't work for this. So yeah, anyways, I will just cast that on today and show that to you next week. But I just had to show you this ball of color. And this is their standard 75% wool, 25% polyamide sock base. So that's that. Now on to sewing. And it's on my on my lap. It's my blanket. Sorry, I'm a little bit crazy today. So I showed you this blanket top or quilt top last week, the week before, and I've quilted it into a blanket. So I used the cheapest fabric that I had, and this is the cheapest IKEA blanket that I had, so please bear with me. I swear I will make more beautiful things in the future, but I just really wanted to try and I didn't want to waste any good sort of material. So this was a really cheap jelly roll, and then I used a IKEA fleece quilt, and maybe you can see it. What I did was first I just kind of fixed it together, along the, like doing lines, straight lines, and like this. And then I just did crazy lines all over the place and quilted it all together. And this is obviously a baby size sort of blanket, but I'm so happy how it turned out. I'm really happy. So I did most of this just by, I only watched one tutorial because I'm just too impatient to sit down and maybe do a craftsy class. I just want to, try. So that's exactly what I did with this. So I didn't have much of a clue. And I was funny with my mom, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this and like that. She's like, oh, you can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, why not? And yeah, so essentially I just kind of trial and error. And I just did this edge by rolling around the blanket. So maybe not the most beautiful blanket that I will sew, but I'm really happy with it, and it's super warm and like cozy, and I really like having it around me. So that's the whole point, right? And then spinning. Last week I showed you my fondant fiber popsicle colorway, which I was spinning up and having difficulty with. So what I did was, after 30 grams, I just plied it and washed it and scanned it, and this is what it looks like. So I have a whole lot more of this, but I was just not enjoying it. Not because there's nothing wrong with the fiber. This is totally my fault, but because of the silk and I don't know, just the fiber prep, I guess. But a lot of pieces were really hard to draft, and then I just wasn't enjoying it. So I finished this little, it's not a mini, but it's not big either, 30 grams sort of ball, and I always have more, so I can spin up some more whenever I feel like it. What I did feel like was spinning my merino. So this looks kind of messy, but this is a merino top, also by Fondant Fibers. It's merino nylon, and oh my god, people, it is so nice. It's actually called lavender. It's the same lavender tea, which is funny because my socks colors was called lavender as well. And this is how much I've done. I've done half of it at least. And I've been posting so many photos of this on Instagram because this is my favorite hand spun ever. It is a joy to spin it. It's so soft and nice and beautiful, and I'm spinning it pretty fine. But it's just so much fun. And I think this might be my favorite hand spun yarn in the end. So I really want to spin this up so I can ply it, and then I want to make a shawl out of this yarn because I think it'll be gorgeous. So at the moment what you can see is lots of like brown, purple, pink sort of colors, but then there's whole sections where it's just white, like down here. So I think this will be a beautiful, beautiful yarn, and I'm hoping for at least fingering weight or even thinner. That means that it's taking me ages and ages to spin it up, obviously. But yeah, I am loving this, and it's just so much fun. Like last night when we got back, I was just so happy to spin. I think I spun for 2 or 3 hours. So that's my fun and fiber. And I go straight into acquisitions now because my one acquisition that I have is also fiber. So this is half a camel. Well, that's what I'm calling it. It's actually 50% merino, 50% camel. And it was on sale, so I had to get it. And the brand is Mondschaf, which is another German brand, and she has gorgeous, gorgeous hand-dyed yarns as well. Like I would say hers, like her yarns, they're so speckled and extravagant and crazy. They kind of remind me of our German hedgehog fibers. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, it cost me so much force not to order everything in her store. I definitely will. She has really cheap shipping as well. But yeah, she doesn't have carrots. Or apparently she didn't send me one at least. So I can't show you her label, but this is gorgeous. So as you can see, it's blues, and then there's like just little spots of greenish, yellow, sort of. And it's just so gorgeous. And I'm not sure if you can see it. It is very, very fuzzy, which I assume is a camel fiber. So I'm kind of scared, but also looking forward to trying spinning with this. I've heard good things about camel. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited about this. And with this, with her package, she sent me a flyer for a crafts fair, or handmade fair, which is in my town, which is awesome because I didn't know about that. So that's in 3 weeks, I think. And I've already organized my friend, who also kind of sometimes knits and sews, to go with me. So I'm really excited about that. Now, I have something very, very exciting to show you. But first I'll talk about our knit along. So as you probably know, at the moment we have a challenge knit along. And it is not so much a knit along as a craft along. So you can knit, sew, dye yarns, you can crochet, you can spin, you can do whatever you want actually. It runs until the end of the year. And what you have to do is set yourself a challenge, or lots of challenges in my case. And then, you know, tackle these challenges. So, for example, if you're a new knitter, you could do something like finish my first sock, or who knows, you know, do a first pattern that isn't in garter stitch. And if you're more advanced, you could do, you know, like learn a new technique. Or I decided to do a project that has lace on both sides. Or I want to do color work, but I failed at that so far. You could do a new construction to you. You could do a new fiber or material to them. You could use a new technique. So what I'm trying to say is you don't have to knit, you know, a crazy huge lace sweater, for example. It doesn't have to be crazy and complicated. It just needs to be something that is a challenge for you. You could knit 2 socks at a time. You could learn to do magic loop, whatever. A few people have posted their ideas in the podcast group, which is the Happy Knitting podcast group on Ravelry. And it's just been really, really inspiring to read everyone else's lists and every single time like, oh yeah, I should do that too. So if you need some inspiration, definitely check it out. And now if you want to win this awesome prize, you should definitely participate, because look at that gorgeous, gorgeous bag. This bag is by Jessica of the Knit Gizmo Makes Etsy shop, which I think is a pretty new Etsy shop. And she reached out to me and I looked at all of her patterns and prints, and oh my god, they're so beautiful. So this was my favorite, and she sent one to me in I think this is a sock size bag. It's pretty big. Like you could definitely fit a small shawl in there as well. I think it's a perfect size for a bag. And the pink lining, of course, I like. The pink, like the lining fabric is very soft, but the whole bag is pretty sturdy. Like if you compare it to my hands-on bag, this is like obviously way more thin and soft than this one. And it is just gorgeous. And here you can see her beautiful label, Knit Gizmo Makes. She's based in the UK. And you can use her label as a progress keeper, which is awesome. So it pains me to give this away, because the exciting thing is that there's another bag in the works by another lovely viewer. So I'm hopefully going to be able to show that to you pretty soon too. So if you ever needed incentives to participate in the call, there you go. This is just gorgeous. So definitely check out Jessica's shop. It is Knit Gizmo Makes. I will link it in the show notes. She had some awesome Halloween bags as well. I was very tempted. And I'll definitely buy something soon, because that's so beautiful. She had this little ghost fabric, which I loved as well. And because she's awesome, she sent me a card. And she sent me a little bag of goodies as well. So what I got was this Pucker tea, which is a tea that I've been wanting to try for a long time, and I'm so excited. I think she sent me like 3 or 4 packages of it. I got some gorgeous minis. They're so cute, little yarn nuggets. I got a lolly. Sorry, I'm just not gonna unwrap everything. And then I got this, which I had to take out immediately because it is Queen Bee lip balm, and it is just amazing. I love this. So yeah, thank you so much, Jessica. I've been using this all the time. Like seriously, this is amazing. And I'm so happy that I have shown it to you now, so I can start drinking all the teas. I love getting gifts. I don't know if you've noticed that about me, but I love little surprise gifts and gifts in general. And yeah, I got so excited about that package, even though unfortunately I have to give the bag away. I was so excited about that. So if you need any more information about the knit along, join the Ravelry group, and in the chatter thread you can find lots of information about that. Now, very quickly, I want to talk about some podcasts, because I haven't talked about the podcasts that I've been watching for a while, and there's some out there that are new or new to me, and I just feel like I should mention them. So the first one I want to mention is Knitting in the City by Susanna. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She's in the Netherlands, and she is so funny. Like, she does sound effects, and she once included a little video of her at some crazy sporting event. And everything, like all the yarn that she buys, I immediately have to have as well. Like, she has amazing taste. I love all the stuff that she buys and makes, and she's amazing at dyeing. I think she's just a creative person. So definitely check out her podcast. Then another one is Idle Cat Knits by Ellen, who's based in Texas, I think. And she does everything I love. She does knitting, she does spinning, and she does sewing. I love podcasts where people spin, because there's not that many podcasts out there. Or like, at least that's how I feel. So she's a really lovely person. I think she might be about my age as well. And yeah, give her some love, because everything she makes is beautiful. The next one I want to mention is one that you probably all know. It's the Andre Sunitz podcast by Andy. And she is just another very, very lovely person. I love checking in with her every week, and she does spinning as well, and she is very technical about it. She has a lot of knowledge, and I love hearing all about that because I'm very, very interested in that. I would love to hear more about that, actually. So she makes her own Rolex, I think, and yeah, she just talks a lot about like how to get a balanced yarn and stuff as she is figuring it out herself, and it's been very, very inspiring. And she dyes beautiful, beautiful yarns. Oh my god. All these yarn dyers in the US make me wish I lived there so I could just, buy that stuff. And yeah, just watch it. She's so lovely. I think you'll notice that very quickly. Then one more is Tea House Knits by Tina, who is based in Seattle. And she is the most amazing sweater knitter. She knits so many garments, and all of them are gorgeous and beautiful and unusual and have like interesting constructions. So I really love that, and she talks a lot about tea. That's why it's called the Tea House Knits podcast. And she has so much knowledge, and she talks really, really well. So I love that podcast. And then the last one I'll mention today is the Quilt or Craft podcast by Nessa in the UK. And she is just lovely as well. Like, I think you'll watch her for 2 minutes and realize what a lovely person she is. We used to chat a little bit on Instagram. I think we haven't in a while, but I really like her. I think she's one of those people where like if we lived next door, we'd be friends. Like, she's just a really, really nice person, and she has great taste in yarns and projects, and yeah. So another one that you should check out. So I just wanted to share that because I feel like I hadn't talked about any podcasts in a long while, so now I've got that out of the way. So the only thing that I have left to talk about now is just life in general, which hasn't been that interesting. So last week I was sick, and it took me longer than I thought it would to get better again, so I spent most of the week at home. And then on Friday I went home to see my family because, for several reasons actually. My family is rearranging the house, so I used to still have my children's room with all my stuff in there, and unfortunately now was the time when they said to me, like, you have to pack your stuff into boxes because your sister is gonna have your room, and like they're moving everything around. And yeah, I was pretty sad and unfortunate, but I couldn't delay it any longer, so I went home and spent all of Friday unpacking and packing and going through old things and like letters and photos and diaries, and it was very, very sad and nostalgic. And I found some cute drawings and letters from my sisters when they were like 4, 5, 6 years old. But it was very, very exhausting and not exactly what I needed being sick. Sorry. Already thinking about all the dust makes me cough. And then the reason why we had to rush that a bit was because on Saturday was my grandma's birthday. She turned 76, I think. And like my cousin and aunt and her sister and so on, they all came. So we spent time with extended family, went out for lunch, and then I spent a lot of time with them in the afternoon at their place. And then in the night my boyfriend came as well he drove down to my hometown. And we had a big dinner party with the entire family at my place, or my parents' place. And that was really, really fun. I really enjoyed spending time with them, but at the same time, it was very, very exhausting. I think you can all relate how, especially big family gatherings can be very, very exhausting. And yeah, so on Sunday, we had to do some more packing and carrying boxes and everything. And then we drove back here, and both my boyfriend and I, we were just so tired and exhausted and needed some quiet time. So we went out for dinner at 4 o'clock, and then we just locked ourselves into the apartment, and I binge watched all my podcasts, and I don't know, he did something on the computer, and we just really, really needed some quiet time. So yeah, things are good. I have 4 days in Würzburg until I go away again. So we're going this time, on like next weekend, we're going away to my boyfriend's family who live in the north of Germany, which is, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours drive. But I'm looking forward to that as well. I love his family. I'm going to see his grandma again, who is 97 and still living at home, which is amazing. I've only met her once, but she was awesome. And yeah, it's just really, like, his family is just, very, very chill and relaxed, and we all just kind of hang out at their place and eat lots of food, and I think we're going to the theater. And of course, I found a yarn store, so I'm looking forward to going on a bit of a yarn store binge there, because there's actually a few things that I need to buy. So I think that'll be a very full, busy, but nice weekend as well. And hopefully I'll have some exciting stuff to show you next week. I've been mentioning a few times that I've had some difficulties with my part-time job where I write articles which are psychology related, and I haven't been paid since August, which is crazy, right? Like, it's October. I haven't been paid, and he hasn't been replying to emails, and I've been very, very upset by that. But I kind of put my foot on the ground, and we figured it out, and I should be getting paid soon again, which is amazing. And I actually have a few new articles that I'm going to write this week, so I have money coming in, which is good because I need money to finance my knitting and spinning and all the crazy hauls that I make. And it wasn't so much about the money, to be honest, and about, it just stresses you out when you have to deal with those sort of things, especially me. Like, I'm very bad with dealing with that kind of stuff, like, like work-related contacts, or like figuring things out, or like I have to do my tax return, which is horrible. So yeah, just like knowing that I will have to figure it out with him, and then figure out the whole money thing has just been something that's been on the back of my mind, and it's been really annoying, and hopefully that'll be sorted soon. So yeah, life is good at the moment. I'm excited about the things that are happening soon, and I think that's enough life-related stuff for now. So please do join the Ravelry Group, which is the Happy Knitting Podcast Group. Lately, I keep on forgetting the name of my podcast. How stupid is that? And my name on Ravelry is wuepfi, wuepfi. And on Instagram, you can find me as the Happy Knitting Podcast. See, I had to think about that again. I keep on forgetting things. Like, I will finish my video and then I'll be like, oh god, I forgot. But yeah, I can't think of anything right now. So all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching. I can't believe that people actually sit down and watch this. Like, honestly. Oh yeah, I remember. First of all, again, please let me know. Do you prefer the longer or the shorter episodes? I'm really interested to know, because at the moment they're pretty short, as I said. I think I said. Did I say that? Oh my god, I'm crazy today. Let me know if you prefer the shorter or the longer podcasts, because I think the last weeks I've always had like pretty much half an hour, which is pretty short for me. And then, not knitting related at all, do you think I should cut off my hair? Because as you know, I have long hair, which looks like this. And it's just annoying, and I'm just not enjoying it, and it's going everywhere. And I always used to have short hair. Maybe I can put in some pictures, because I think it's hard to imagine me with short hair, but I used to have like everything from like a pixie boy cut to short bobs to like short hair. And I'm just in a mood at the moment where I'm thinking about cutting off my hair again. Also, because I have the thickest hair in history, which means that drying it takes, like, blow drying it takes an hour. And I just don't have the time and the patience to, stand in front of the mirror doing my hair every day for an hour. So do let me know if you think I should cut off my hair. You can be totally honest. I don't know, I'm not happy with it at the moment. So that's just something I'm interested in. I'm still looking for hand-spun patterns. I know that some podcasters said that somewhere she has patterns, but I can't remember, I can't find. I looked through a few Ravelry groups, I need to figure it out. But if you have good handspun yarn patterns, especially at the moment I'm looking for a 2-color shawl sort of pattern, do let me know, please. And I still haven't figured out the whole badge picture image thing on Ravelry for our group, but I will do that soon, I promise. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I have been loving hearing from you. I love every single message, comment, introduction in the Ravelry group. I really, it goes right here in my heart. So feel free to contact me about whatever you're interested in, or just with anything. Just let me know. Or if you do still want to donate a prize for knit along, also contact me. Probably the easiest way is to contact me through Ravelry. So that's that. Now I'm definitely finished. So I hope you guys have an awesome week and a good weekend, and I hope you get some time to knit. I hope wherever you are, it's cold enough that you can actually wear your knitted items, because wearing hand knit stuff is fun. And I will see you next week. Bye bye!